Hello, 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 and welcome, my Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this new moon in Cancer to full moon next in Aquarius. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, and fellow Earth sign Virgo that I am, and very happy to be serving you today from the comfort of my dining room table, like so many readers on YouTube, right? If you are new to my channel, please do consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell, and commenting, because apparently the comments are what help other people see them. Learning every day, right? And to my subscribers returning, thank you so much for being with me on this YouTube journey. Really, seriously, I'm learning and growing so much at almost 52 years old. Yeah, I know I don't look it. I'm a witch. But your love and your support, and really, you guys have been so cool to me and so good to me. So it really is an honor to serve you all. Let's get down to biz, shall we? We are doing a What Do I Need read, a 5-card draw, pulling one card from 5 different decks, each representing one of the different pantheons that I work with intimately. Angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves all involved, to get you some clues, some tips, some hints about what you need for this new moon to full moon next. I'm really enjoying these. I'm keeping them relatively short because these are general readings, right? So that you can take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs, right? So I'm trying to be a little economical on time, shooting for around 20 minutes, give or take. Cool. We are looking at the new moon on Monday. Somebody's got to wake up Simon Le Bon, tell him to get ready, right? John Taylor, get it together, boys. Lipstick, what is it? Electric Barbarella, great song, right? We should sing that all day long. But we are looking at that on Monday, July 20th, 2022, the full moon in Aquarius, August 3rd, 2020. So we're going from a Monday to a Monday, a 2-week period, a waxing moon. So this is about building, right? Drawing to yourself, building things, very much waxing moon energy. So some clues, some tips, some hints might be helpful. So what I'm going to recommend you do is focus on your breath, as will I. Keep us in the present moment. So I will be able to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that would be truly helpful for you, as well as because you're breathing and in the present moment, you'll be able to sense in your body and your intuitive and your instinctual energy field what resonates and what doesn't. Cool? Let's do this. Ready? Breathe. All the decks that I read are all the way at the bottom of the description box below. Please do check it out. There's some other cool links in there. But we're going to start with the Healing with the Angels Oracle to find out what it is that you need. What is the healing angel that you need to call upon from the Healing with the Angels Oracle for this new moon to full moon next, shall we? Here we go. My angels and archangels, hi, please, can I have one card in clarity for the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from this new moon in Cancer to full moon next in Aquarius, July into August 2020. What is the angel they will most need to call upon this new moon to full moon next? Oh, this one hasn't come up in a while. The card of children. Now, what would the healing angel of children be about? I mean, right on the nose, if you want to go literal, it's about healing children. In my experience, though, because kids are not watching my channel most likely, we are really looking at the inner child, or your own childlike nature, the innocence of your heart, right? Inner child work is just so incredibly important and powerful, and kind of quantum leapy powerful right now, because we are so dealing with issues of safety on planet Earth, right? Don't touch your face, right? So kids touch their faces. So to comfort that child, to call upon the angel of healing children to help you heal the child of your heart. And even if you do have children in all of this, the more you parent that child in your heart, the better parent you become. It's just how it is. And I don't have kids, I have cats. I don't talk about parenting, right? I can't stand people who don't have kids who tell people with kids what to do. I'm like, I wouldn't know. cats, I can tell you about. I got 3 magnificent black cats, and they're not my pets, they're not my familiars. They're my sons. Cool? You with me on that? Yeah. So let's see what this is about. If we can, we're going to ask the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, the voices of the goddesses, or the goddess, or the divine feminine, or the divine yin, what you need to be aware of inside of yourself, right? It might be something that you already know about, but that you might need to be very aware of this new moon to full moon next. Shall we? Breathe. My goddesses, please, 1 card in clarity for this Capricorn collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What do they need for this new moon in Cancer? That's interesting. To full moon next in Aquarius, July into August 2020. The angels are talking about children, the inner child, or actual literal children, or maybe even creative children within ourselves, right? The projects that we are co-creating with the divine. Nope, not until I call it out, please. So please, my goddesses, what is it that they need to be aware of within themselves this new moon to full moon next? Conflict. Now, the 4 of Flames is the 4 of Wands, and a lot of people say no in the Rider-Waite deck and in this deck and in this deck. I get what the 4 of Wands means, and people call it the 1111 card. Look, I worked for Solara in the 90s. Google it. More than a Toyota going on there. I get that part of it, but this card is so clear, and I can feel, because this is the yin, an inner conflict going on within you, and how much you want to bet. It's the adult within you versus the child in you, and really the adult mind and the child, the innocence of your heart. The mind might want to go this way and the heart might want to go that way, right? I've always said, if you ever want to really torture certain women, and I don't mean literally physically, but just put a brownie in front of them, right? Because the head's going to go, oh no, I was on the treadmill for hours today, I can't that, and the heart goes, brownie, right? So tear yourself in half. So there is some sort of inner conflict going on with you, and chances are you have an idea what that's about, but you might not have known that it was perhaps about the child of your heart feeling unsafe, feeling unsure. Kids feel unsure, right? Particularly now with everything going on. So tend to that child of your heart for sure. They're giving me the little mask key thing dropping down from the airplane, right? It's like, put it on you first and then your kid. And by the way, that's a back and forth type thing, right? Yeah, cool. Let's see what more we can get on this with the Mythic Tarot, the voices of the gods, for what you need to be aware of outside of yourself. Well, I'm hearing from the gods that the internal conflict may be triggered by what's going on outside of them, but it's been in place perhaps since you were a child. So an opportunity to resolve, right? To get some resolution here, some true healing. So, my gods, 1 card in clarity, please, for this Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, please. What is it that they need to be aware of in the yang, in the outside of themselves, or in terms perhaps of their own energy moving outwards, as masculine energy does? And we all have a balance of both masculine and feminine, some more than others. Abercrombie and Witch. Let's see, my gods, what have you got for them for this new moon in Cancer to full moon next in Aquarius, July into August 2020? Queen of Cups, the Scorpio card. What I love about this deck and the Daughters of the Moon is the zodiacal reference is printed on the card. So it's not, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Scorpio, and actually this is Helena Troy, all right? So what you need to be aware of outside of yourself is that there are hidden things, right? What is Scorpio? It's money, sex, power, other people's resources, and things that might be hidden, not necessarily a deception necessarily, although there could be in there too, but perhaps even something transformative. Of course the world is transforming all around us, and of course this could represent a Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, whoever, whatever, that you are dealing with, that this conflict could be involved with in the outside world. And if it's about a child, a literal child, then you already know this. But if it's not, it could very much be that you are afraid of the unknown, the occult. Now, I don't mean the word occult. I can't stand it when people think it's A space C-U-L-T. No, it's O-C-C-U-L-T, right? Like when something is occluded, it means like cloudy, it's hidden. So there might be some uncertainty going on here, and the inner child doesn't like to feel uncertain until it knows that it is being parented by someone who really loves it. And you have to check out the work of Matt Kahn. We're doing his healing mantra deck card draw in the next card down here. So there's definitely some emotional stuff going on in the world, obviously. And if you are an empath, you might be picking up on some of that too. So trying to figure out what's yours in the conflict and what is it that's just being triggered within you, and or maybe, maybe it's 2% you, 98% everybody else is everything that you're feeling here. Because the child is sensitive. So you could be a little push and pull going on within your own emotional field here. Let's take this a step further. Let's ask the healing mantra deck, the voices of the ascended masters, what is the perfect healing mantra for you this new moon to full moon next, to give you the healing mantra that you most need to work with. Breathe. My ascended masters, please, one card in clarity for this Capricorn collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, this new moon in Cancer to full moon next in Aquarius. What is it that they need? The perfect healing mantra to help them heal this new moon to full moon next July to August 2020. It's an emotional card. Polishing my heart, all right? Feeling is a power that helps me heal. So this is not about healing the emotion. This is about allowing the emotion to come through you, to feel what you are feeling in a safe, boundaried way, even if it's in conflict, to allow that child to speak without the child running the show, right? When adults act childish, it's because that child has been neglected, abused, or ignored for so long that in a weak moment it takes the wheel and you say and do things that you totally regret, right? So it's shadow work, really. Like, I love inner child work because I've done such intense shadow work. Not that actually it's lighter or easier, it's just simpler. And remember, simple need not imply easy. A Course in Miracles, right? So let me read you from the book. Polishing my heart. Oh, I just went right past it. It's alphabetical. It shouldn't be that hard, Mark. Polishing my heart, not terribly long. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. When your heart is polished, you are able to honor each emotion for its potent healing properties. In other words, the emotions that are happening don't need healing. They are a sign that healing is going on. I worked with the Ashaya monks many, many years ago, and they talked about seaweed. Here. I'm not a mime. I just look like one. No, that's just concealing and some pressed powder. And they said, when you cut seaweed off at the root, down at the bottom of the ocean, it doesn't go, right? It floats up to the top. So if you think of that seaweed as the emotion floating up into your awareness, to push it back down defeats the porpoise. Sorry. Defeats the purpose. Don't defeat the porpoise. Let the porpoise win, right? To let it come up and out, it's a sign that the healing is already underway. A polished heart doesn't take sides, cast blame, or maintain grudges. It faces life openly, willing to feel whatever sensations life may inspire, just for the chance to transform into higher aspects of perfection. I said to a friend of mine last night about rock tumblers. I had a rock tumbler when I was a kid. Hey, I'm a Virgo, all right? Cut me some slack. Oh, you're a Capricorn. You already know, right? Well, you put in these like rough, chunky rocks, and then you put some sand and grit, and then the thing turns and turns and turns, and over a 48-hour period, it polishes the rocks, right? And then you take it out and you have what's called tumbled stones, right? So a rock tumbler in that way. That's what it means by that higher aspects of perfection emotionally. This mantra is ideal for unraveling emotional stuckness. We all get there. Emotional stuckness, fixed water. Possibly could be, and that could be somebody that you're dealing with as well. Easing worry and cultivating bravery. That's pretty cool. And for that child to know that you have its back, I know it's within you. But a child, when it has a healthy parent, and who got that, that's why reparenting. Read John Bradshaw, Homecoming. Reparenting is a very, very potent healing thing. But unfortunately, through the 90s, people really twisted and contorted and distorted inner child work where it became a weapon. It's like, my inner child doesn't like that. And people were using it to manipulate people like a child will, right? So to allow those emotions in a way that you allow them to polish your heart, right? It's pretty neat. Last card down. Then I'll put them all together as I do. We're going to use the Whisper of Love Oracle to see what your higher self can give you in terms of what you need in inspiration, or information, right? What is it that you need for this new moon to full moon next? Breathe. Here we go. The higher selves of all involved. It feels so good. Please. One card in clarity for this Capricorn collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What do they need this new moon in Cancer to full moon next in Aquarius? July into August 2020. What do they need? What is the inspiration, information, or insight that they need from their higher selves through this Whisper of Love, this new moon to full moon next? Look at your patterns in relationships. This is about inner child work, I bet you anything. Even if you have kids, then you can look at, like, how you were parented and how your parents were parented, and, like, you know, yeah. Look at the family tree, right? Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. Look at your patterns in relationship, right? And that's why the Scorpio card might very well be that thing of, well, as far as the outside thing is going, stuff is hidden. Go within. Deal with the conflict within. So let me put this together for you, right? We're looking at the angels, talking about the angel, the healing the child, right? The goddesses, this conflict going on inside of yourself. The gods talking about perhaps some hidden stuff going on here, maybe dealing with money, sex, and power. And that the feelings that you are dealing with will help polish your heart, right? But that ultimately you need to look at your pattern in relationships this new moon to full moon next, and really it do make sense, right? So I'll give you the blessing. May the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this new moon in Cancer to full moon next Aquarius, as they look at their patterns in relationship, polishing their heart, dealing with external mysteries, perhaps feeling unsafe, dealing with their own internal conflicts, dealing with children, their own inner child, outer children, or both, for the well-being of all. So mote it be, and so it is. Thank you so much for watching my Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Again, please do consider liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and making some comments below. Be kind. Rewind. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon next. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.